After $1 billion hailstorm hits an area, your focus should be on running your business, not on insurance claims. We have helped streamline the insurance process for hundreds of roofing contractors across the U.S., and we can do it for yours too. Visit us online at c3adjusters.com and learn how we can help you save time and get claims paid faster.
Hey there, Hail Stalkers. We got a circle, and that's about it on the shirt today because we had a 5-star map over the weekend. So how's everybody doing? Hopefully everybody in Texas is good. We noticed, man, 9 straight maps, 9 straight 5-star maps, Colorado or Texas. Can't get out of those states. So it's been a little crazy, but special shout out to our sponsors. It's easy for me to get out of the way with all the green stuff on here. C3 Group. Man, guys, we really do appreciate you. I know one of their engineers coming down to do a little storm chase with us, and so we're excited to have them tagging along on Wednesday. Here, Wednesday, yeah, we're going to do some storm chasing here in Oklahoma or Texas, it looks like, right now on Wednesday. Merlin Law Group, special big shout out for them as well. And again, if you don't follow Merlin's blog, Chip Merlin, you should definitely be checking that out. There's a lot of really cool stuff there that Chip Merlin and his team post pretty consistently. So let's jump right into it. We're going to take a look at upcoming events here as we get going forward. So coming up tomorrow, we have the Highway to Hell from Company Cam, and we're going to be up in Kansas City, so excited about that event. Hopefully we can see you guys out there. We're going to have Matt Grassmeyer up there doing that. On April the 23rd, I will actually be down in Dallas, Texas for the Highway to Hell event. And then April 25th, we're going to zoom it on over to Indianapolis to do another Highway to Hell, and then May 3rd in Chicago. I'll actually be doing these last 3 events here for the Highway to Hell. I think Dallas and Chicago, I think, are sold out. Not for sure about Indianapolis and not for sure about Kansas City, but reach out to the folks over at Company Cam. They can definitely take care of you. So obviously, a lot of changes to the website. We rolled these out back in January, actually, and then we actually gave you guys a couple of weeks before that to test it out. But we know a lot of people just now jumping on with all the hell activity that's been going on. So if you have trouble, if you have questions, make sure to reach out to us. If you need some guidance, we're here to help. 855-334-4245. Again, here's the mobile app right here, the website. Lots of new stuff on there, but I think you guys are really going to enjoy the changes. If you need training, we do it for free. It's there for you. We want to help you as much as we possibly can. So again, they're there to help you out as much as possible. So take a look at what happened over the weekend. And it's so much easier when you're wearing all green on here because you can just disappear. So I can move my arm back here. There we go. Only got one arm. So anyway, so here we go. So again, storms fired up. First thing, it was, what was it, Friday night? Is that what night it was, guys? I can't remember. Friday night, Saturday night, whatever night it was. Storms fired up back here in the middle of the night, expanded off. We had a supercell that actually fired right back here on the mountains of Mexico and then just rolled straight across. The thing went all night long, came into San Antonio, produced our 5-star map that we had. I did want to talk about the Dallas activity. There was some pretty large hail in Dallas. But I think these storms a little bit deceiving in the way that they actually panned out and what actually occurred with them. So these were on the north side of the warm front, so everything was racing directly off to the north. But what you need to know about this is, yeah, there was some big hail. It was fairly isolated, at least on the number of stones that were actually falling out of the storm, but also was the speed. Okay, these things were racing off to the north at nearly 60 miles an hour. Okay, so hail times in a lot of these swaths right up in here, only about 30 seconds or so, maybe a minute in a few locations. And so when you're talking about isolated golf ball or larger hail, and it only lasted for a minute, you're probably not going to see a lot of damage from that. So we rated that down as a 3-star map. It did produce some pretty good volumes of smaller hail. So it came down kind of quick and produced some good small hail, but some isolated large hail as well. But that's why big hail in Dallas typically is going to be a 5-star as well, but we went with a 3-star, and that's the reason why. We had some big hail in Alabama. We had some big hail in Mississippi, big hail in Louisiana. Also some pretty significant tornadoes. Our thoughts and prayers go out to those in Texas. I think we've had 8 fatalities so far in East Texas, so our thoughts and prayers, again, not something that we're looking forward to when something like that goes on. And then some unusual hail up here. Check this out. Ohio. Yeah, yesterday in Ohio got things going all the way, went right up right up the coast there of the Great Lakes, and almost got Erie, Pennsylvania. Just barely missed them, but were able to squeeze out a pretty nice 3-star map. Probably one of the best hailstorms that we've had in Ohio in quite some time. So pretty significant weather weekend across the U.S., and it's only going to get more active as we go forward. Here's a look at some of the pictures, some of the photos of hail that we found over the weekend. And again, some significant hail. I think most, if not all of these, from the San Antonio area. But there was some hail pretty close to this size just south of Erie, Pennsylvania as well. There was some big hail in that area. So yeah, that was a good weekend. So going forward, so today, we're not going to talk a lot about today. No hail is forecasted for this afternoon. We're going to do the same thing for tomorrow. We were initially talking about the isolated possibility of a rogue thunderstorm in western Oklahoma. It looks like the cap's going to hold, and so I don't think that's actually going to take place now on Tuesday. So we're going to go no hail, which means we're going to jump right into the 5-day forecast. And again, our sponsors, the C3 Group and the Merlin Law Group, we really do appreciate you guys. These forecasts, you guys may not know, but they take about 2 hours to put together, and then there's a lot of equipment and a lot of costs that go into this. So the Merlin Law Group and the C3 Group sponsoring these allows us to be able to take some of the time and resources to put this forecast together for you. So we really do appreciate it. And again, you can see here we got Monday, Tuesday, nothing, but man, here it comes. It's going to roll out on Wednesday. We're going to have some big time weather. Right now, I'm going with about a 30% chance that we will produce a 3-star map or greater on Wednesday. Max hail size up to 4.5 inch in diameter. Some of the population might be a little rural, so we're going to have to kind of watch that to see how far west everything goes. Everything kind of slowed down yesterday, so we actually took back and shifted the forecast back nearly 200 miles from yesterday to today. So a little bit far back. But let's take a look at the dew points. So we're going to see some of the hail parameters. Watch the moisture here as it comes surging north. So disturbance comes out of the west. The moisture surges north. There we are on Tuesday. And then you can see the low form right here on Wednesday. Punch into the moisture. That's what's going to produce our chances of hail. This is actually going to be one of the more unstable air masses that we've had, especially up in Oklahoma. Really this year, we haven't really had that real thick Gulf moisture actually make it all the way up. And notice it's going to surge all the way up into Iowa, all the way up into possibly here western or eastern Nebraska, Kansas City. I mean, this moisture is going to really surge up here as we go through the weekend. So it's going to get up there, and we're going to take a look at some instability here. So we've got the moisture, so we're going to have the heat and the instability. We're going to make it real soupy. So we're going to take a look at that. Watch as everything takes off. You can see the moisture comes up. The instability comes up, storm system kicks out, and boom, look at all that instability that takes off. And that's going to create a really unstable atmosphere, really from Iowa all the way down through Kansas, and then really unstable in Oklahoma and Texas, where we've got a few more parameters, and this is what's going to show right here. So this is what we call the lapse rates, okay? The purple is actually them just maxed out, like they don't get any higher than the purple on here. And so you can see right in here, man, look at some of these lapse rates right here in North Texas, Southwest Oklahoma, down into the Dallas area. These things are just maxed out. And even all the way up here in Iowa, look at these things. These things are maxed out. We're going to have good wind shear in place. We're going to have good moisture. We're going to have good instability in place. And look out, we're going to get some big hail. So let's take a look at it. Let's see what we're talking about here. Here's the forecast for Wednesday afternoon. And wow, look at that. Large area of potential softball-sized hail, and I think even a big area, even bigger, of 2 inch, maybe even a little bigger than 2 inch. So we're going to have to really watch this forecast. I think there's going to be a lot of places in jeopardy of seeing some pretty significant hail. As it stands right now, tornado threat's a little bit lower, but the hail threat, especially in Oklahoma and North Texas, looks pretty significant as we go through the afternoon on Wednesday afternoon, the overnight hours Wednesday. And so yeah, going to be rocking and rolling. Let's take a look at Thursday. Here we go. Lower the chances a little bit, so the lapse rates, the instability kind of comes down as these thunderstorms move into the southeast. They kind of overrun the atmosphere. But if we can get some locations to actually clear out, and a lot of that depends on what happens right here on Wednesday, but as we get some locations to clear out, 2 inch hail, 15% chance, and population kind of on the moderate side. We do have a couple big cities though in play, so We're going to have to watch that to see, but the best chances for hail kind of in the moderate area. But again, we'll be watching Chicago. Let's just go ahead and take a look at it here. So yeah, we're going to be watching Chicago. So if Chicago gets in the little better threat area, we'll definitely bump that population up to high. We've got St. Louis in here. We've got Little Rock, possibly tailing back, kind of like what we had on Saturday afternoon. Maybe some storms firing back in the Houston area. But again, the best threat, I think, probably right here in eastern Arkansas, northern Mississippi, and western Tennessee. But we'll have to watch this again. A lot of it's going to depend upon what happens on Wednesday to know what's going to happen on Thursday. So we'll keep a close eye on it. As we get into your Friday here, again, we're going to keep things about the same. We do increase the population, though. So high population, again, possibly up to 2-inch hail and a 15% chance of a 3-star map. And here's a look at it right here. Again, so we're talking New York all the way down to Jacksonville, Florida. Chance for some large hail all the way across that part of the country. So again, going to determine what happens on Wednesday, and Thursday is going to determine what happens on Friday. And then if we want to jump out even further than that, next storm system rolls out next Monday, and we get to do it all over again. And welcome to spring in the United States. So that's our forecast for today, but be sure to follow our post so that way you can see it here first. So make sure you're getting our push notifications. Also, just all you have to do is go to follow, see it first, and we'll make sure that Facebook alerts you every time we come on. You can also go to our YouTube. If you follow us on YouTube, YouTube will actually alert you. It'll email you when we go live. So when we're chasing storms on Wednesday, we're doing some live coverage. You'll be able to watch that live right through there. You can also follow us on Instagram. Lots of cool stuff on Instagram. Go check out our Instagram, see what we got in today. That was pretty exciting. We got some cool equipment that we're going to be using on Wednesday in our storm chase. So you're going to want to jump on there, check out our Instagram and see what that was. And as always, if you have any questions or need anything from us, info@hailtrace.com or 855-334-4245. You can call in and get a hold of Melissa over here, and she will help you out or get you in touch with the right person because she is awesome. So again, everybody, thanks for watching, and we look forward to chatting with you tomorrow where we talk more about the forecast on Wednesday and some big hail for Oklahoma, Texas, Kansas, Iowa, Nebraska, and Missouri. Talk to you then.